Hello everyone, welcome to Liberal Tarot. I'm Sherry, a blue dot in a red state, utilizing Tarot to offer insight into these very interesting times we have going on here in the United States. So I'm really glad that you're here and welcome. And welcome to all the new subscribers. I really appreciate it. Boy, that little clip, it has just had a life of its own and is just taking off. And so if you have come here joining me from that small clip of what is it that takes Trump out first? Is it his health? Is the Epstein files or election fraud or like something else? And so that was a reading I did like over 2 months ago, and I've had to very gently remind people that this was a reading from 2 months ago and that it was specifically looking at Trump, because everyone's like, we don't want Vance, and it's like, oh, that I've done other readings on that. So yeah, I think that I think that my October energy reading is going to be very interesting. So, but the focus of today's reading is going to be Cash Patel and Pam Bondi. And is there, how are they ranking in Cosplay Apprentice? Cash Patel has done nothing but fuck up this investigation into the Charlie Kirk assassination. Pam Bondi's under heat for saying she's going to prosecute hate speech. What does that mean? And so I just want to look into both of them. And where are they in this little Cosplay Apprentice? As always, this is for entertainment purposes only. I want to look first into Cash Patel. How is he faring in this, cosplay cabinet? The podcaster turned FBI leader. And everything about this Charlie Kirk investigation has been nothing but just fucked up from the get-go. So what is he looking like there in Cosplay Apprentice? And Cash Patel. The Judgment card, he is going to set in judgment. And he definitely sat in judgment during his congressional oversight committee. And the Page of Pentacles. Now in this deck, this is I'm using my Spiral Tarot today. Spiral Tarot. And the pages are in this deck are called princesses. So the Page of Pentacles, and this is the challenge, is the evidence that he offered, nobody believed. Okay, I'm going to see the pentacles as evidence, the receipts, and like what he was saying was the challenge and nobody believed it. And he was definitely sitting there in the hot seat of judgment. And coming in, Six of Wands, he's trying to be victorious. He's saying that he is. But the Knight of Swords, this is what he wants people to believe, but this is actually the foundation, is his reckless action. Okay. The recent events, the Emperor, he is, oops, I just kind of threw that off to the side. He's trying to do what Dear Leader wants him to do. Recent events, this is also like he's trying to show that he is a leader. He is not. He's a podcaster. Okay? That's what he is. And so trying to be that emperor, trying to be like, well, I'm just doing, what I've been told to do. It's like following him. That is not a defense. And Four of Wands. Let me look at that card some more. Because this is literally the happy couple under the canopy. And so it could be even like he's painting this picture like, oh yeah, it's all fine. Like it's not fine. So let me see. What does Trump think about how Cash is doing? Because really, they're all performing for an audience of one. How is it that Trump feels Cash is doing? Well, he himself is trying to hold on to political power. And that one reading that I did, it was like, you sit on a throne of lies from Elf. I don't know. It cracks me up that's how my intuition works. So Trump, looking at holding on to political power. And, the Tower card. And so that's how well that's going there with Cash. Okay, trying to hold on. You sit on the throne of lies. It all is falling apart. And the Justice card. which the FBI is, like an arm of the Department of Justice. But I'm feeling like this is the legal actions that are going to be taken, and that because these are really major arcana cards. So how does Trump feel about it? I don't think he's happy. I think he's judging him. He's like, well, why don't you just do, whatever? And the thing is that Trump is making decisions, I always say, from a place in his brain that should not be making decisions. And so how could you ever even know what he wants? Because it changes on a day-to-day basis. And you don't have the experience. Like Cash doesn't know what he's doing. I mean, maybe he knew what he was doing as a podcaster. That does not give him a skill set to be able to run the FBI. I mean, I'm not purposely disparaging well, I mean, I am. I am kind of disparaging him. But it's like, I don't have the experience to run the FBI. It'd be like trying to I'm like, I wouldn't have a freaking clue. And so I'm sure he has some skill set, but leading the FBI is not it. And Trump is like sitting there in judgment of him, like this is the justice card, and he's seeing that Cash is not helping him hold on to political power. He's going to become a liability. So is Cash going to be, because there's been wondering, like, is Cash going to be, on his way out? Because he's just fumbled this investigation into Charlie Kirk so terribly. So is he going to stay or is he going to go now? If he stays, give you guys a little earworm. Okay, is he going to stay or is he going to go? The King of Pentacles. Five of Swords, he's going to be left wanting, and the Magician. It's almost like he's going to dig himself a deeper hole. That's what I'm feeling with these cards. It's like the more he tries to get out, like he's left wanting, the more lies he spins, the more he's trying to like do the right thing is the wrong word. The more he's trying to be the FBI director, the worse it gets, and the deeper the hole it is that he's digging for himself. That's the feeling I'm getting with that. So there's nothing here saying he's leaving other than, I mean, this could be like whoever, like he gets pushed off the raft. Oh, maybe that's it. Like this person, is like getting pushed. This person over here is like holding on for dear life. And then you get, and what's interesting in this is I've always seen like this is like the three swords, which is that the heart with the three swords in it. So the betrayal, you're left wanting. I think that Trump would absolutely vote him off the island there. Okay. Let's look at Pam Bondi. What time? Oh, yeah, I got time. How's Pam Bondi doing here in Cosplay Apprentice? Because I've heard that, there's been some concerns and people calling for her to be fired because of her attack on free speech. And she was like, wanting to look at hate speech. And it's like, just wait until you check out the guy sitting in the Oval Office. And like, what were the stats? It's like 75% of violence is coming from the right. And that radicalized right wing. And so it's like, are you going to start there? There would be a good place to start. And I think some of those, like Steve Bannon was like, whoa, wait a minute. What do you mean by hate speech? It's like, Pam, what do you mean there? So how is she doing here in Cosplay Apprentice? Base reading into her. And there's a lot of heat about that, the Epstein files as well. So she's got it. Both her and Cash with the Epstein files. And then Cash's problems are like this investigation into the assassination of Charlie Kirk. And then you have the, with Pam, the Epstein files. So she's got the evidence, Six of Pentacles, and that she's trying to, it's like she's made her deal with the devil of protecting Trump. In this deck, this is the marriage card, or a marriage card of, and I see this as she is protecting Trump. And what really stands out, it was like, well, that's really weird. Why am I feeling a marriage card? And it's the wife can't testify against her husband. And so, not that they're married, but that what I'm feeling with this is like she will do everything she can in her power to protect him. Okay. And the challenge is the Lover's card. These Epstein files are not going anywhere at all. You know that I've been getting that the Lover's card with the Epstein files. So the challenge of protecting him is the Epstein files. And she's really trying this card of strength, but it's like the people will prevail over that orange beast. And victory. I'm going to do more cards on that one. The foundation with this victory. Like she's trying to claim victory, but I just don't. But the Four of Swords, no. And temperance. Be patient. Let me... What is this? Be the strength card and the be patient. The people will overcome. A more balanced approach needs to be taken. A call for cooler, minds to prevail. Let me see here. What is this temperance card? Paired here with the strength. Yeah, this is like trying to muddy the waters, the lies that she's telling to protect, the lies, the Page of Cups, which has always been my yes card, but I'm feeling like this is more, what can I do for dear leader? How can I protect him? That Page of Cups is also the Epstein survivors and what happened to them as children. Oh, that's it. She's trying to keep what happened to them as children hidden. And the Sun card, the truth comes out. So yeah, she is trying to keep stuff hidden, but it's going to come out. Yeah, and that that discharge petition only needs like 2 more signatures, and because of the special election, they there's 2 special elections that Democrats won, and so now they're going to, as soon as those people are sworn in, they've got the 2 more signatures that they need for that would force. It's to force the vote to then release the files. So are they going to be, is the DOJ going to be forced to release the files? Yes, Ace of Cups. Justice. But they're going to, and 5 of Wands. But delay, deny, distract. That's their motto, and that's what they're going to try to do. I think that Thomas Massey has said, he's got that list. He's got the list from the survivors, and he's already, he's been given a lot of clues there. There in front of, I think with Cash, with Cash Patel, he was like, so can you tell me about the royal and the businessman and this? He all but said their names, and yeah. He's not messing around. That 2 of Pentacles is like going back and forth. I have the evidence. When am I going to release it? I have something of value. And he's waiting to see if the DOJ proves to be a disappointment, he has the files, or he has enough evidence from the survivors to release. And he's just going to wait to see what happens after they get those signatures. So is Pam going to be staying in her position? Because I'm getting the feeling like, it's over. Like whenever they pass, that those have to be released. And that there's no, let's see, will. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Karma is a bitch. She's trying to hold on. But it's like her time is coming to an end there, trying to hold on. Planting seeds for the future, for our country, and the Bully Wand. I'm feeling like with these cards, there's a lot of bluster around it, but that will the Supreme Court stop the files? I feel like they're going to go to the Supreme Court. Well, the Supreme Court, I'm going to get all the entire deck out of here. Okay, before will the Supreme Court stop this? Hanged Man, wait. The messages come out anyway. The message comes out anyway. Yeah, I think that They may go to the Supreme Court, but I think that this comes out in another way, which I've always gotten that I don't know that these files are going to be released at first from our government. I think that Thomas Massey is going to release what he has whenever the DOJ deny, delay, distract, like that whole thing. And like, even though it has been voted on to release this, I get that, you know, they're gonna delay. So is she, and as far as her staying in her position, will she be promoted to an ambassadorship into some foreign country? No, actually, will she be forced out of her job? And being forced out, oh, the Tower card. I think that she actually, the King of, it's like, why can't I see those? Because I don't have my glasses on. King of Wands, the messaging, and the Knight of Pentacles. The methodical, I think this is going to be cases being brought against her. Yeah, I think she's going to have to defend herself. And it's like the Tower card has hit. So, yeah, I don't know that either one of them, it's almost like they're going to have to answer into a court of law what they have done. That's the feeling I'm getting. So I don't know that even if they're removed, that does not absolve them from their legal problems that they are going to be incurring. That's what I'll say. So yeah, I don't think that they're going to be, I think they're still going to be in their positions when all of this falls apart. That's what I'm feeling with this. So, yeah, I don't know that they're actually going to be dismissed or sent on some ambassadorship somewhere. I think they're going to actually be held to account. So that's what I'm getting today with that. I think this is going to kind of end that whole big, long reading of, you know, what is going on with that whole, you know, freedom of speech and investigation. So thank you very much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. I'll put another reading up here for you to check out, like, subscribe, share, all that great stuff. Just want to make sure I really did say all of these readings forever and always are for entertainment purposes only. So really appreciate you being here and have a great day. I will catch you on the next reading. Have a great day.